There are three ways to do simultaneous equation. The first one and the second one is using your elimination and substitution method. These are called algebraic method. And for the third one, it's called graphical method. And when they give you a graph, or when they ask you to use the graph to solve the simultaneous equation, you cannot use your algebraic method to solve it. Okay, you cannot use your algebraic method as you're working to solve it. You can only use the graph to do. You can use elimination and substitution as a check to see whether your graph is correct or not. In this question, they have already drawn the graph of 2x plus 3y equals to 15 for you. Okay, so first they ask you to draw the graph of y equals to, so I will write it down, y equals half x minus 2. Now when you want to draw a graph like that, you need to have an input-output table. Okay, and x are always the values you choose, and have at least 3 values to make sure you are right. Luckily, in this case, y is already given to you. Let's say you are supposed to draw for 2x plus 3y equals to 15. Always make sure your y is the subject by keeping it on the left side. Y will be 15 minus 2x over 3. Okay, always make sure you do this first, then you do your input-output table. Now, what are 3 suitable values I should choose? Look at my x. My x comes with a half in front. So it is better if we put in even numbers value, so that when we multiply by half, it will become a nice value. Like maybe 0, definitely we should use 0. Okay, 2 and then 4. So when we use your calculator, I put my y, I get negative 2 here. I use my calculator, I put 2 into the x, I get negative 1 here. Next, I put 4, I get 0 here. Okay, so what you have is 0, negative 2, that would be here. 2, negative 1, that would be here. Okay, and 4, 0, that would be here. So even if you use these 3 points, okay, and get the straight line, do not just draw for these 3 lines. Okay, make sure you are doing extend your line throughout. Okay, so I will have, this is my y equals to half x minus 2. Always label your equation. Okay, then next they will ask you, use your graph to solve the simultaneous equation of these two. So very nicely, these two happens to be the first graph that you have, and then this is the second graph that you have. Okay, so the solution would be, you have to write from the graph x equals to, the solution is always the point of intersection. Solution of simultaneous equation is always the point of intersection. So over here, x is equals to 6, y is equals to 1. Okay, if they ask for the coordinates, then you express it as coordinate form, which is 6, 1. If not, always represent it as x equals to something, y equals to something. Okay, now in this case the question is quite straightforward, because they told you to find the point of intersection of, let me write it down again, 2x plus 3y equals to 15 and y equals to half x minus 2. Okay, which you already know is these two graphs. Sometimes it's not so straightforward. Sometimes they may change this graph to 2y equals to x minus 4. Okay, so let's say the question asks for these two. One of them is definitely already the graph that you have. Then I look at this. Is this the graph that I draw? It is not. But all I need to do is to divide everybody by 2. Which will give me x over 2 minus 2. Okay, and at this point you have to know that x over 2 minus 2 is the same, x over 2 is the same as half x. Okay, which is what you draw in your graph. The second part, seldom they will ask you to draw a new graph. Most of the time, if they give you an equation that doesn't really look like the one that you draw, all you need to do is to manipulate it. Make sure the y are the same. At the start, your y, there's a 2y here, so that's why I divide by 2. And then you realize that, oh, this is the same as the line that I draw. So my answer of the simultaneous equation is always at the point of intersection.